Okay, hold on. Let me get the link. You see the link, Cat? You see the link? What's up, baby doll? Baby doll in the building. So I'm waiting for Cat to come on right now.
Hey, what's up? Hello, can you hear me?
You get that? Yeah, I had some technical difficulty earlier.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
So, listen, Tiffany does not even want to go here with me. That bitch knows all the shit that I fucking know about her when she don't. I mean, listen, the only thing she can say about me is that a couple of times when we had gone out and got drunk, yeah, I was a little bit unruly and irrational, yes. I acted like a whole asshole a few times when I went out and got drunk. But
I
there
believe
ain't
that.
no bitch,
But
there ain't no bitch that she
wait,
can
wait, wait,
bring
wait,
up
wait. Okay,
against me.
so does she live with a dude?
Not anymore, no. He moved out.
Oh, okay.
He moved out because I can tell you why.
Why?
I can tell you what happened.
What happened?
Because one of her sons, okay, so Tiffany left one day. This was just recent. One of her sons climbed into the back of her SUV and was hiding in the back of the SUV, and she did not have a clue. So that son, well, Tiffany had left and she went to go pick up Nikki's son, who she been fucking.
Wow.
She did not know that her son was in the back of her car.
And he seen
So
it?
when she got done, no, when she got done doing what she was doing and got back in her car and went home, her son pops up out the back of her car and scares the fuck out of her. And he goes back to her house and tells her dude what the fuck she did.
Her own son.
Her own son.
Because her son is tired of her being a hoe, basically.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. When her sons were younger, Tiffany used to tell me how much she hated her sons. And now her sons hate her.
Wow, her own son. So it's a whole bunch of
Her
ratchet
sons
going on.
hate her. Her 13-year-old daughter is begging to go live with her father in Iowa.
They don't.
Her
Okay.
daughter don't even want to be with her.
Long. Wait, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna find some real quick.
Jafar, I just turned 40 last Friday. Last Friday was my 40th birthday. I'm not over 40. I guess technically I'm what? A week over 40? And if you put me and Tiffany side by side in person, she looks a lot older than I do. So I don't really give a fuck what that bitch says.
All right, I'm back, y'all. Yeah. So okay. So she was cheating on her boyfriend, and her son snitched on her. And the boyfriend got
Yes.
slipped out, and she
Yes.
fucked 3 dudes before she went to go see Bum Dot, and he's bragging about eating her pussy.
Right. So the three dudes that she slept with before we went to Michigan, when we went to Michigan, her boyfriend was still living with her. He moved out after we got back from Michigan.
Yeah, because he realized she
However,
liked somebody probably. Because he realized what was up.
the weekend that we went to Michigan, I thought she was going to take her daughter, who just turned 13, over to Nikki's house. I found out while we were in Michigan that she left her 13-year-old daughter at home all alone with no phone.
So she left her 13-year-old daughter alone with no phone to go fuck a homeless bum that lives with his mother.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
so that is insane, man.
So the dude that she
I
was
would
living with,
never leave my 13-year-old child in the house alone, especially without a goddamn phone. And you going, you
she
ain't just
just
going,
turned 13 too.
and it's not like she was just going to the store. She went out of fucking town,
600 miles away.
600 miles away, left your daughter alone, no phone to fuck a homeless bum. This nigga fucking other crackheads. She fucking random niggas. Now he's telling me we gonna do it is call the police because I said that Tiffany should go get tested. He
Well,
wants
the
to call the
dude that she
police
was
on me.
living with, the dude she was living with at the time was not there over the weekend. He was in the process of moving out. So she
Yeah.
called him. This is how I found out she left her daughter by herself. She called him on the phone and she was like, "Hey, will you please go over and check on her? I'm out of town and she ain't got a phone."
Wow.
And I said, "I thought you took her to Nikki's." And she was like, "No, I didn't want her telling Nikki my business."
And her business was to go see a homeless bum.
Right.
So she has a hard time, to find men. Does she have a hard time with getting men or something?
She's a hoe. Any guy, I mean, come on. Any man will stick their dick in a hole.
Yeah, true. But real men that actually love her and want to stay with her. It seems like she has a hard time finding real men with jobs and careers.
She ain't never had a dude with a job. She's never had a dude with a job. She has taken care of every man she has ever been with. And look at, okay, so she claims that her and LA together. Look at her taking care of LA by sending him donations.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, she ain't never had no dude with a job. Look, I mean, look at LA. I mean, she's paying LA to be with her.
Yeah,
Every time
but
them dice
she's
roll,
paying
it's
him
her.
to stalk. She's paying him to stalk the Miller, right? Because
I don't know what she's
the
doing.
whole plan was to make Miller mad and me mad, I guess, to go down there. And Jimmy,
Mike, she told
Miller and
me,
Jimmy.
the only reason why she was going in his chat was because she knows it bothered you.
Wow. She told you the only reason she goes in his chat because she knows it bothers me.
Yes.
That's some real corny shit right there. And I'm not gonna lie, it did because I was cool with you and Tiffany for 5 years. I never tried to fuck her or anything close to that. But I thought she was at least a nice person. But hearing all this shit about her snorting pills, leaving her 13-year-old daughter home alone to go fuck a bum, doing
Hi, good morning. Good, thank you. It's out in the car. Leave me alone, Calvin. It's early, and I gotta go feed horses. I just needed a cup of coffee before I go feed horses. Don't mess with me this morning.
You guys get fancy masks?
Yeah, we do have fancy masks.
We don't have fancy masks.
What do y'all have? The little thin paper ones?
Those ones
Yeah, the little cheap paper ones. Oh, I have one of those. The face guards, or the that goes over your, yeah. Well, they're kind of thin. They're not very thick. Thank you. You too. See you, Calvin. Can y'all even hear me? Can y'all even hear me? I don't know what's going on. I think he's having some technical
Okay, I'm
difficulties, but
back.
can y'all hear
Can
me?
y'all hear me?
That's what I'm saying. Can y'all hear me? I couldn't hear nothing.
Oh yeah, because for some reason when a call calls me, I get kicked off my own stream. My own stream. I'm on the phone.
Oh yeah, it happens to me too. It
Yeah.
happens to me too.
All right. What's going on in the chat room?
This bitch is a trash bag. Listen, I'm the only stable person she ever had in her life. Listen, Nikki and Tiffany, man, that is a joke. That is a joke. Tiffany can't fucking stand Nikki. Tiffany talks shit on Nikki all the time. And Nikki don't even fucking know me. I have been around Nikki 4 or 5 times ever since her and Tiffany became cool.
That bitch
And the one
sound like a
time,
goddamn lush, man. She seemed like she was snorting pills last
Nikki's
night on
a
that
hoe.
show.
Nikki's a hoe. Let me tell you something. The one and only time I ever went anywhere and Nikki was with us,
Yeah.
it was me, Tiffany, and Randy. And Nikki. Randy's another friend of ours that doesn't deal with Tiffany no more. And that's a whole other story. I'm not going to open up that can of worms. However, we all had gone out to the lake, and Randy's son had committed suicide.
Randy
And when
son. Who the
Randy
fuck is
drinks,
Randy? Who the fuck is Randy now?
Randy's a friend of ours.
Okay.
But she don't deal with Tiffany no more, and Tiffany don't talk to her no more for a lot of different reasons I'm not even going to get into. However, when Randy drinks, she thinks about her son, and she gets really depressed and she starts crying. So when we were back in Tiffany's car, Nikki says to Randy, "If I had a mom like you, I would commit suicide too."
Oh, he killed himself.
Yeah, Randy's son did, yes.
Wow. He was
So
really
Tiffany
depressed.
slammed on the brakes. Tiffany slammed on the brakes and kicked Nikki out of her car and left her on the side of the road. That was the only time I
That
had
makes sense
ever.
though. I'm not gonna lie. That makes sense. If she made that kind of comment,
That
that's
was the
great.
only time I ever went anywhere with Tiffany and Nikki.
Yeah. So she don't.
And then for
So
Nikki to
really,
sit
she don't
there
like
and
her like
say,
that.
for Nikki and Tiffany to sit there and say about the time that they got into a little wrestle on the ground or whatever, I was not fucking there. Tiffany told me about that. And Nikki was like, "Oh no, she was sitting in her car." Well, that's a fucking lie because Tiffany lives in an apartment on the top fucking floor, downtown Kansas City. Bitch, how the fuck can you see me sitting in my car when my car is parked all the way away from the building because of the way downtown Kansas City is? How the fuck could you see me sitting in a car?
Wow. So Tiffany is planning on moving the bum into her apartment or something. I think I heard you saying she wants to move him in.
Hell, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh.
That is not about to happen. Listen, he has every excuse to why he can't leave Benton Harbor. He has every excuse to why he can't leave the state of Michigan. Now all of a sudden it's because his birth certificate's messed up, so his license is messed up. Well, fool, you had a license before, so why all of a sudden is your birth certificate a problem?
Yeah. Listen, that bum knows she is that Tiffany's a fucking hoe, but he's trying to act like he's a player for YouTube. But he know that bitch ain't shit.
Man, listen, Mike, when I tell
There's
you
no
that he ate
way
3 strangers nut out of that bitch, he ate 3 strangers nut out of that
messages
bitch.
of her inviting 5 niggas to fuck.
To
He,
figure out
I'm
all
like,
of the
dude, did you
men
not see the messages?
to figure out all the men that Tiffany has
He
been with.
brags about it. As if he didn't see the, like he actually seen her message, inviting 5 dudes over to fuck. Plus
Yeah, that
one,
shit was real. That
and
shit was
still
real.
bragging like, I ain't her pussy.
Me
Huh?
and Tiffany talked about that. I talked to Tiffany about that when that message came out. And she was like, "Girl, I
What she
don't
said?
remember sending every fucking thing she does, she blames on alcohol." She was like, "Girl, I don't remember doing it, but when I get to drinking, I will type some dumb shit." She drinks every
Damn,
fucking
so she
night.
admitted it's true.
It's true. That's true. That was a real message.
Wow. I don't know what's wrong with that bum. The only way to explain it is to say he's a fucking simp. And he keeps trying to convince us that you want to fuck him.
I have never wanted to. Never wanted to.
Real talk, I don't believe that Tiffany actually wanted to fuck him. I think she was drunk and went along with it. It already happened, so she's going to
Listen, when he came knocking on the door, she said to me, don't answer it. I don't even want to go with him.
Dang.
But he was persistent and kept knocking, and finally she was like, fuck it, just go open the fucking door.
Yeah, because she never said on his show one time that she loves him or wants to be with him. It was all about you and Jamila. Randomly about Jamila, but mostly about you. But that bitch did.
I was just so disappointed in her when I found out that she had left. No, when she left her daughter home alone that weekend, and they had no fucking phone. I was so disappointed in her.
Word, man, that's crazy. A 13-year-old girl you left alone with no phone to go see a goddamn bum, and think and donate to this nigga. You fucking a nigga, but you still gotta donate to him.
Mike, she pays for every dude she's ever. Listen, I've tried to hook her up with dudes with jobs. I've tried to hook her up with dudes that are about shit. She don't want nobody that's about shit.
Because she
don't mind taking care of men.
Yeah, because she knows that she ain't shit, and she want to be able to hold around and have a nigga who stuck with her.
Just last week, she asked me if this dude that I'm talking to has a friend. And I said yes. So she's like, well, let me see a picture of him. So I sent a picture of him to her. We were supposed to go out this Saturday. Me and her.
So many different people though. Like, what's her problem that she fucking all these random dudes? Because she met the bum.
Tiffany cannot stand to be alone. She has to have. She don't care if she's got to pay to take care of them. As long as they're in her bed, she's happy. She hates being alone. She is miserable alone.
Damn. Because she hates herself because she's a hoe.
I have told her so many times, Tiffany, do you not realize that you are so much better than these dudes that you fucking hook up with?
I don't know if she's better. If she's the one fucking all these dudes, why is she better?
She has the potential, Mike. She just has no confidence. She has no belief in herself.
Yeah, she
doesn't know what her true worth is.
I guess not, because she fucked a goddamn homeless bum. I don't know how she's proud about fucking a man that is currently living with his mother right now. And he's talking about eating other bitches' pussies and shit. Bitch, you probably do got something. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you, I'm not going to go into detail about her job, even though she wants to lie about mine.
Uh-huh.
But Tiffany has never paid rent.
She never pays rent? Why?
Because of her job. Her job provides her home.
Oh, so she basically homeless.
And her bills. Her
job?
Yeah, if she were to lose her job, she would be homeless, yes.
Damn. So she a homeless bum just like him.
If she were to lose her job, yes, she would be homeless.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to work? Who wants to live at work though? Shit. I want to have my own shit. If you lose your job, you homeless? That's not how it's supposed to work.
Well, baby doll called it out.
What she said?
I wasn't going to say it.
I'm driving right now. I can't look at the chat. Let me see. Managing the apartment building. Yeah. Yeah, she never said she's in a relationship with the bum. What's up, Red? Young Kato? Joy?
Because she's not. How are you going to try to claim you in a relationship with a man, but she was just asking me to hook you up with somebody and was supposed to go out with them tonight? Tonight, me and Tiffany and my friend and my friend's friend were all supposed to go out tonight.
And listen, you are a close friend of hers. You've known her for years. You telling this bum all these things, and you got proof because she did delete her Facebook, just like you said. And
I know everything about her. And her middle name is not Lorraine. There is no Lorraine in her name.
Okay.
Lorraine is not her middle name. Lorraine is a name that Aaron gave her when she was young.
That bum has to realize, because you know what? That bum, he thinks he's some young, cute nigga, 18-year-old nigga riding around in the new Benz, but he's a 44-year-old bum living with his mother with
Her
receiving
middle name
care.
is Suzanne.
Oh, it's Tiffany Suzanne Kreisman?
Yes.
Oh, okay, wow. So she even lies
Aaron
about her
Aaron
name?
started calling her Lorraine when she was young.
She even lies about her name. Ain't that some shit?
The only people that call her Lorraine is Aaron and Nikki.
Lorraine. Hey,
Ray is
Lorraine.
my middle name.
Wow, she took your name?
That's my middle name.
Oh, wow. She want to be you. Yeah, man, that was crazy. She
Her
fucked that
middle name
homeless
is
child.
Suzanne. Her name ain't never been Lorraine a day in her life. It ain't on her birth certificate. It ain't on her driver's license.
Okay, listen. Why has she spent so many years worrying about Jamila? Really?
I mean, she's mad. She's mad at what Shawnee did to her.
What did she do to her?
Just going on YouTube and publicly blasting her like that. But if she
Okay.
didn't care about YouTube, or what people say about her, then she shouldn't have cared about what Shawnee was doing, right?
Hold up. She says she don't care about YouTube, but she sucked a YouTuber's dick that she met off YouTube. She cares about
Right.
YouTube very much. She drove for
She does.
hours over YouTube.
Listen, Mike, she sits and listens to this shit all the fucking time. When we go out to dinner, she got her Bluetooth in her ear listening to it. When we go
I
out for
know.
drinks, she got her Bluetooth in her ear listening to it. But she want to talk about me? Is she
Yeah,
fucking? You know
both
how
of
many
you
times I
guys are
sat there?
obsessed with the Black
No, no,
Sabbath.
no, 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 no. Hold on. When Tiffany and I would go out to dinner, I would sit there and be talking to her, and I would think she was listening, but she was listening to YouTube through her Bluetooth. I'm like, Tiffany, are you listening? And she started laughing. She'd start laughing, and she'd be like, "No, girl." And she'd pick up her phone. She'd be like, "No, girl, I'm listening to this shit." She'd be listening to LA. She'd be listening to you.
Okay, both of us.
Jafar, listen, that is a lie. I don't give a fuck what she says. That bitch knows. That bitch knows that I had cancer. I was on the phone last night with my real sister Christina, and I was telling her about all the shit Tiffany was doing. And I have audio of my sister Christina. My sister
Listen,
Christina has been
fuck,
begging me
fuck,
for
fuck them.
years.
Fuck the trolls. Why is she cool with the bum saying he put his dick on you? Period, or pulled his dick out around you?
Because it didn't happen. Because it didn't happen, and she's just going around. She's just going along with his lies.
Damn. So she
She
lied right
knows
after
that
that.
didn't happen. She knows that didn't happen
No, but she's claiming it did happen. So why is she claiming some shit like?
right,
But and then
because
she
she's
told me to
going
do bigger.
along with LA's lies. That's
It makes
all.
but
She's
it
just
makes
going
her look
along with
stupid.
LA. It does
Yeah.
make her look stupid, but she's a stupid bitch.
I
Stupid is
mean,
a
and
stupid dog.
did
Ain't
fuck
that
a
a
homeless
chorus
man.
word?
She did fuck a homeless man, so she gotta be stupid. And she left her 13-year-old daughter to drive hundreds of miles to meet a homeless man. So clearly she's stupid.
He ain't the only homeless man she been fucking with.
What? How many homeless men she fucking with?
All of them, because they all end up moving into her house because they ain't got their
Oh,
own.
yeah, I can't do that.
Her ex
Is
just
there?
moved back home with his mama.
Yeah. I'm
Nikki's
not moving
son moved back
assholes in this
home with
world in.
him.
Nope.
Nikki's son moved back home with her. They all live with their fucking mamas. They
And
ain't got
her
shit,
own
and
son
then they move into
snitched on
her
her.
house.
So
Her own
and
son
also
snitched on her.
what I'm gonna go back to is the son who was spying on her and goes back and tells the boyfriend that she was cheating all day. Like her own children have no respect for her.
No, her sons hate her. Her sons fucking hate her. Do you know how many times they
Why
have
is
called
that
her a
though?
bitch and a whore?
Her own sons.
You know why her kids hate her? Because, like I said, she cannot stand to be alone. She has always put a man before her children. Always. She does not have a relationship with her children. Look at her last night. Look at her last night, Mike. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. She's out with Nikki, drunk on YouTube. Where was her daughter? Where was her 13-year-old?
Where was she?
Probably at home by herself.
So she was
She
out
always
drinking while
leaves
her
her.
13-year-old daughter. Her
Where do you
daughter's
think
gonna
her
wind
daughter
up
is
being
whenever
just
her and
like
I
her.
go out?
Listen, if she don't start paying attention to her daughter at the age of 13, she'll wind up being just like her. So she better start spending more time with her daughter and worrying about
Mike,
her than some
her
goddamn
daughter
homeless
is
bum who got children
crying.
to worry
Her
about.
daughter is crying and begging every day to go live with Aaron.
What?
And Tiffany said she was going to take her to Iowa to go live with her dad because that's what she wants. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what happened to Mike. Can you guys hear me? Mike. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, cool. Let me keep going then. Let me keep going, Tiffany. She has
I'm back.
always put a man before her children. Always. Her children have suffered greatly. She is a horrible parent. She is always drunk and always hooking up with ignorant ass, bum ass dudes that treat her like shit in front of her kids. If you let a man come into your home and disrespect you, your sons are gonna have no respect for you.
Of
Cause you
course
don't
not.
got no respect for you.
Look. Her fucking daughter better not ever find out about YouTube, because if her daughter finds out that she's fucking a homeless bum who's telling her mother he put his dick on her friend and she's cool with that, that's gonna be bad for her daughter to see that kind of shit.
Mike, I have to tell you this though, okay? I have to tell you this though. Out of listening to her talk about how Jamila is a parent, I would shake my head in the cut. Because all I would think about is the way she did her own kids. Me and my children have a wonderful relationship. Now, yes,
I can
my
tell. I
youngest
can
son
tell.
is a brat.
I can tell.
My youngest son is a brat, but he is a spoiled. He's the baby. He's
Now,
fucking
didn't
spoiled. He
her
don't like the
son
word no.
really touch a kid and go to jail? Is that true about her son going to jail for touching a kid?
Yes, it was Randy's child, and that's why her and Randy fell out.
Okay. Which child did he touch? How old was the child?
I think she was 8.
So her son touched an 8-year-old child,
Yes.
and she's leaving her 13-year-old daughter alone to go fuck a bum.
She won't even let her sons in her house because she said she does not trust them around her daughter.
Wow. What happened to her son? What did her son see that made them so hypersexual?
Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
can you hear me, Mike?
Yeah.
That's really deep,
There's usually
and I
a
don't know if I
reason.
want to really put
There's
that out
usually a
there.
reason why
There's a
children become
reason.
pedophiles.
There's a reason, but I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay, her sons probably watched her getting fucked, saw her getting fucked, know she's a hoe, and lost respect for women, or maybe she touched her son. Do you think she might have touched her own kids?
No, she did not. She's not the one that did
Oh,
it, and
okay.
I'm
She
certainly
was
not the one
after
that did it.
Jamila. Okay, hold on. Okay, so her son went to jail for touching the 8-year-old, but she wanted fucking Jamila to send her son. Why did she want Jamila's son?
I don't know. She likes young guys.
That's weird, because if her son went to jail for touching the 8-year-old, you got your own family issues to worry about. Why would you be
Oh,
asking
you know what,
Jamila?
young Kato, you right. Young Kato is right. I should just go ahead and put it out there because she said I faked the video when I was in the hospital.
Yeah, man, put it out there. What you holding
Even
back
though
for?
even though there's pictures of me in a hospital gown and a surgical cap on my head, and then there's pictures of me after surgery.
Yo,
His
Cat,
daddy
you can't
touched
just
him.
mash the gas. What happened to her son that made him a pedophile? What do you think?
His daddy.
What did his daddy do?
His daddy touched him.
Fucked him, or just touched him? Well, you know what? The details, I don't want to know the details. So when his father touched him,
Can you hear
she
me,
turned him
Mike?
into the police? Huh?
No, she sent him to go live with him.
Hold on. She sent her son to go live with the man that was touching him?
Yes. Both of her
I'm
boys.
disgusted. I'm disgusted by her. You know, I've heard stories about
And let
her.
me tell you, when she was with him, when she was with her son's father, he was fucking dudes too.
Her son's father was
And
fucking
he raped
dudes
one of
too?
Tiffany's. Yes, and
Hold
her
on.
son's father raped one of Tiffany's gay friends.
Are you serious?
Uh huh.
Tiffany's son's father raped another man,
Yes.
and she stayed with him
For a little while, yes.
for a little while. So she didn't immediately get rid of him, and she sent her son to go live
No.
with a man that's raping other men.
Right.
Wow, I'm totally disgusted. And this explains why she's attracted to the bum. This explains there's a lot of degenerates in this sector.
She's attracted to all bums. Tiffany
No,
will never
he's
have a
going to the
decent
bum.
man because
No,
bums are what she's
no, no, no.
attracted
You
to.
sugarcoated it. She's attracted to pedophiles. Now I know that you don't believe the bum is a pedophile, but my personal belief system, I believe he is. Just based off what fucking Michelle's daughter, what Chaos was saying that he heard he was a pedophile. Just based off that, I have the right to my own opinion, and I think that's what attracted her to him, because she clearly don't give a fuck about her kids. She left her 13-year-old daughter alone to go fuck a bum. Hold on.
Listen, Tiffany is all talk. She knows that if she were to pull up to my house, she would get her whole ass whooped. That's why she was talking all that talk tough last night. How the fuck does this bitch not know where the fuck my house is? Are you for real? That was the dumbest show I ever seen. I sat there laughing. Like, bitch, who gonna believe you don't know where the fuck my house is?
Damn, her man touched her son.
So let me just go ahead and throw this out there because she mentioned about bringing this other chick involved. The other chick that she's gonna bring involved, her name is Amanda, and Amanda ain't no better than Tiffany. So she don't want to try to bring Amanda into YouTube because I will smash that bitch. I will smash that bitch Amanda. Amanda is the same kind of mother Tiffany is. Amanda is the same kind of trash bag whore Tiffany is. Amanda was letting a pedophile live in her house with her kids. I will smash these hoes. I'm the only motherfucking decent one. I ain't never been with no pedophile. Ain't no man ever touched my kids. I ain't never put no man before my kids. I've always been there for my children. I've always taken care of my children. My children love me and respect me and have a good relationship with me.
Yeah,
Tiffany used to tell me she wishes she could be the kind of mother that I was.
She's a really nasty woman. I'm seeing, and that's why she likes the bum. And she's cool with him putting his dick on you, talking about fucking other women. But that's what she's into. Disgusted, man. I'm disgusted. Totally disgusted.
Not Triple. She wants to sit there and lie on me. I'll sit here and tell the truth about her. I told her she didn't want to do this. I told her, I'm like, Tiffany, you already know I know what I know, and you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. But you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. Y'all think I'm lying? Y'all think I'm lying? You know who can back me up on her baby daddy? Jamila. Jamila can. Jamila knows.
What? What she know?
About her baby daddy. Her first baby daddy, the father of her sons. Jamila knows.
Oh, she do? I'm gonna have to ask her about that. Jamila, if you're listening, click the link if you want to talk about her baby daddy touching her son. Let me see if I can get the link.
Jamila knows her boys hate her. And Jamila can sit here and tell you that Tiffany has said multiple times how much she hates her sons.
Yes, she told me that Tiffany hates her kids and how she don't feed them right, and how she's feeding her kids like ramen noodles.
Triple, I don't gotta keep no knife on me. Do you not know that Cat stays strapped? She don't want none of this. That bitch knows I pack and carry, and she knows I got a license to do so. She don't want to walk up on me, because I don't never have a problem popping one in a punk bitch's head.
Yeah, Triple. She has a licensed firearm. She's not a criminal none, so she good legally. She good. She can pop Tiffany. If Tiffany comes
exactly, MJ. She knows exactly where I live. She just don't really want the fucking smoke.
Cat. If Tiffany comes to your house and tries to swing at you, you have a licensed firearm. Use that shit. Shoot that bitch.
Triple, Tiffany is not tough. Tiffany is a weak, soft bitch. Tiffany gets her ass whooped every day of her life by the men in her home.
Okay.
Young K Dog, I got more than guns, baby.
What?
I'm a
No.
hunter gatherer.
Yes, Mike.
Okay. So Kat is talking about Tiffany's baby daddy was touching the kids. So
Good
you know
morning,
anything
Shawnee.
about
Can you
that?
hear me?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
can hear you.
I told you
So
about. I
listen,
thought I had told you
I
about
know,
that, Mike.
I know, but
I don't
would you
remember.
not, Shawnee? Am I or am I not telling the
Kat.
truth when I'm talking about Brandon and what he did to his boys?
Well, she is telling the truth about that.
So
And
her
Shawnee, am
baby
I or
daddy
am I
touched the
not
But
telling the
boys.
truth when I talk about how Brandon raped Tiffany's gay friend?
that, well, you know
Say
what?
what?
I didn't know any. That was something that I didn't know anything about that one. But I do know that Brandon molested Jalen.
Yes,
Damn, his
yes,
own child.
that is true. The
Yeah,
oldest.
and Tiffany did end up going to send him to go live with him. And I
To live
remember
with him.
asking her, why did she do that? But you know why I
Same,
came
I
on
did the
here?
same thing.
Because,
Why?
well, I'm
Why would she
concerned
send him to
because
go live?
Tyrese actually mentioned to me the other night that he was concerned about how Eris was doing, and she left
Bad,
her there
bad.
by
She's doing
alone.
bad. Shawnee, you know Eris is the type of child that would laugh and smile and was so happy and was she is such a sweet child. She is such a sweet girl. And she was always
Yeah,
laughing and smiling and happy. She is so depressed. She is so depressed. I don't ever see her smile. Never.
I
I
see
ain't seen
why.
that child smile in the longest time. She is so sad and so depressed. And she is begging Tiffany every day to go to Iowa to live with her dad.
Damn.
I believe you 1,000. I believe now. Cat is telling the truth about this, all of this, and I'm not saying this just to get back at Tiffany, but Tyrese has been concerned about Eris for a while, and I was afraid
She
that
is
she
so
was
miserable
mistreating
and
her.
depressed.
I was afraid that she was mistreating her because she, one time over in Kansas, she came to see me, and Jalen begged me to help them because he said that Tiffany wasn't feeding them properly. And he said that she was also feeding them with those plastic hangers.
Damn.
And so Tiffany was downstairs. The way that my house was made was like it was a bathroom downstairs and upstairs. So she was downstairs. And they were actually supposed to be visiting for a while. We were about to cook dinner and stuff. And she cut the trip short and got very upset with Jalen and literally walked up to him and punched him in the face.
That is true.
And
That is true.
she immediately went home, said she was gonna beat his ass. I felt
Her own that night, Jamila, that night, he called the police on her. She went to jail. The night that
her
happened,
and
her
seeing
son
her
called the
do
police on
that
her.
to
Yeah, Tiffany's a liar.
The
y'all can
night that
still
that
hear
happened
me.
with her
52
son,
years, you don't know where she live at.
Jamila is telling the truth.
Okay.
The night that that happened with her son, the night that happened with her son, he called the police on her and she actually went to jail. And then CPS started
She
coming to
told
her
me
house.
about
That is
that.
true.
She told me about that. Yeah, that night. And you know what? I couldn't do anything to stop her. Tiffany is like
I couldn't
four
either.
four
I couldn't
inches
either.
taller than me. She's much taller than me, and I didn't want to get into no altercation because Jacob was less than a year old. But after that, we decided to have Jacob's 1 year old birthday party at her house. Tiffany was so fucking psycho that weekend that she ruined Jacob's first birthday. The kids are my witness. And
Let me tell
also,
you.
Jalen was almost like he was very angry with me because Tiffany, she just would get up in the morning and she does drink a lot.
She looked like you.
I was concerned about how much she drinks. The when we had
I've
went over there
always
to
been
visit,
concerned about her drinking.
well, I was more concerned about the kids. Her kids literally didn't have any food. And I've been telling this for years. It's been 6 years. And so I've been telling people this
Hold on one
about
second.
her. When we went to visit, she
Let
had
me
no
address.
dishes. She had no dishes. All she had
Let
was
me
some
address
milk
the chat
cereal
really
and
quick,
some,
because
huh?
let me address the chat real quick because you can back me up on this. Damn, and you was friends with that messy girl. So what does that say about you, Katniss? Shawnee and I were both friends with her. Listen, I was the only stable person she has had in her life for the past I don't even know how many years. I have
Well,
always tried to
you
talk her
know
into
what?
doing better,
This
and
is
I have
what
always looked
happened,
out for her
though.
kids.
This is what happened. Me and Tiffany met up after not seeing each other for a few years. And
You were
I
living in
noticed
Kansas.
the problems. And she was also doing pills. She told me that she was doing pills.
Well, she's snorting pills now. I heard.
Yes, yes, she still does, Shawnee. She still does.
No, she's snorting them
And
now.
she told me about one time when she got pimped by this guy named Bugs.
Damn.
And I said, Tiffany, why are you treating yourself like that? So I think she snapped.
I think so too. I mean, she drove and fucked a homeless bum and
And
left her daughter
Jamila,
in the house.
Jamila,
She got it. You know she snapped.
Yeah.
let's talk about let's talk about Nikki. Let's talk
I think
about
I roasted
Nikki.
too hard, man. I roasted
When
too
Oh,
hard.
Aaron and Tiffany were
girl, I
together, did
can,
Nikki and
Snap.
girl, you know what? I'm not going to say anything negative about Aaron's family, but I will tell you
okay,
that,
but answer this.
uh,
But answer this. When Tiffany and Aaron were together, were Nikki and Tiffany cool?
no, his whole family hated her. Miss
Damn.
Thank
Washington,
you.
Mrs.
Thank
Washington
you.
spit in her face. She spit at
Thank
her
you.
on her porch. She
She
didn't spit in
Yes,
her
I
face.
know.
Yeah.
she spit
I
at
know.
her.
She spit right in her face on the front porch.
Hey, listen, that's
No,
Yeah,
Aaron.
and
in
I
her
used
face. She
to,
spit
she
right
was
in her
never
face.
welcome. She was never welcome at Mrs. Washington's house, and Tiffany used to be extremely jealous of me because I was always able to spend the night over there. But his grandmother never liked her because she was fucking Mickey and Barbara. Did
Ivory.
you? I don't think you ever knew Mickey and Barbara. They both dead now, but they were living down the street because
I
Aaron's
did that.
grandmother owned like 4 houses on that block, and she had like her kids staying there. And the one of the sons lived in the house was abandoned and had no running water. That's how I met Tiffany. And I wish that I would have left her in that fucking sewer, but that I met her in. I regret
Well,
ever
not just
trying to be
that,
her
but
fucking
not but
friend.
just that. But hold on a minute. She been fucking that whole family for years. She was fucking Aaron's cousin.
Oh, girl, we don't even. Girl, how'd you know it? But did she tell you? Because she told me.
Girl, I know all about Ivory. Stop it. I know all about it. I know all about
Oh
Ivory.
yeah, she was screwing Ivory before Aaron, before she had, yeah.
And then after she got done pulling Ivory and Aaron, she pulled the damn nephew.
Right, right. But see, I think she got a hold of Ola's kids too. But that, yeah, I peeped that about her, and she didn't even really tell me about all of this until we linked back up in 2014. And when she was telling me all this shit, I was like, I didn't want to hang with her. And she kept like the last night that I've ever fucked with Tiffany, she scared the fuck out of me. She almost ran us off of the. We almost died that night because I don't know if it was because she was trying to get some pills or something. I suspected that she was on drugs because she took me to like three different dudes' houses trying to get me to have sex with them. And I was like, I don't want. She was trying to get me to have a threesome, and I was like, Tiffany, we don't do this kind of stuff together. Like we did that, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? So she was like, let's go up north. I was like, take me home. She did about 95 miles per hour. I don't know what was wrong with her. And after that, I didn't fuck with her after that. And I've told this story about 500 times, but yeah, she really does need some help. Why isn't anybody helping Eris? Because I already know how crazy Tiffany is. She's not. Let's just put it like this: Tiffany is
She's
not
taking her
this
to
sweet
Iowa.
person.
She's
She
taking
wakes
her
up
to
in the.
Iowa.
Well, I think that she should take her to Iowa
Say
if
what?
Tiffany's doing all of that.
She is. She's taking her. She is. She's taking her to Iowa. Eris is gonna go live with Aaron.
Well, good, because I think that living with him would be better than living with her. Absolutely, yeah. And then
She has
also the
siblings up
grandmother,
there. She has a
Connie
stepmom
lives
up
down there
there.
too.
Yeah, she's got Aaron's mom up there. She's got some of Aaron's sisters up there.
Yeah, she definitely needs to go
She
up
got
there.
she got family
Tyrese has
there,
been worried
and she'll
about
be taken
Eric.
care of, and she will be happy. It's sad. It's so
I've been
sad.
saying all of this for years, and I feel really bad that I did not. Now, I did not know anything about Jalen raping somebody. That's crazy. But you know what? I think that being how
It
Tiffany
was
was treating
Randy's
him because she
daughter. It
punched
was
that boy in the
Randy's
face.
daughter, Shani. It was Randy's daughter.
Oh my God, are you serious? See, she ain't. I haven't talked to Tiffany in like 6 years. So is
It was
Jalen
Randy's
still in
daughter. One of Randy's
jail?
daughters.
Wow.
Yo, can you hear me?
Cat,
Hey, what
is
up?
Jalen still in jail?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you. Can you hear me,
Oh,
Tay?
okay.
Pimping
Nah, I can hear
bugs
you.
in the house. Pimping bugs in the house.
That's crazy.
Hey,
And I've been
thank you,
saying
man.
this for
Nah,
years.
I
I've
can't
been
hear
saying this
everybody,
for
man. I'm at the
years. But
downtown and everything crazy.
Cat,
I can only hear
It
you
reflects
two.
myself. I'm not gonna have nobody on talking so.
Beasley, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're static.
Yes,
I
man.
just I just wanted to say one thing as
oh
as
yeah, she had a bad
as the,
connection.
as the elder
All I
here.
know is that Tiffany would get up in the morning and she would just scream. She would get up in the morning and scream at all the kids, clean up this
Are you
motherfucking
there,
house. I mean,
Beasley?
she was,
Look, yeah,
yeah,
look,
she was really crazy. Can anybody hear me anymore?
hear you fine.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
can't
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
You're in and out.
Why,
Oh,
Jamila,
okay. Yeah.
Jamila called them motherfuckers crazy. You know they crazy, guys. Shout
No,
out to you.
I didn't even. You know what? Tiffany
Oh,
was
I can
like
hear
a
everybody.
totally
What's good,
different
everybody
person.
on the
She just
panel?
got progressively
What's good, Tay?
worse.
It happens. It
Hey,
happens.
Kat, real quick, are you on a
Okay,
Bluetooth
Mikey,
Yeah, I got
or
my
any?
Bluetooth thing 'cause I'm driving. I'm
Oh,
on my
okay,
way to
Mikey,
the
because
feed.
that's what's
I'm
holding
doing
all this
errands this morning.
static.
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you.
you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
driving.
I
I'm doing
gotta go
errands.
though
I'm
because
running
I
errands
got
this
I
morning.
gotta
I
work,
got stuff
so
to
I gotta
do.
go.
Okay,
All
all right.
right.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
now
Put some
I
gas.
was wondering because like
Put some
you know,
gas
every
in your.
time you
Put
talk,
some
we
gas in
can
your
really
broom.
like put things together, Kat.
You
You said
know.
what,
So I
Tay?
was like your YouTube kept like really being real staticky.
Oh,
Still,
sorry
there's,
about that.
there's
That's
still,
my
there's
bad.
still
Sorry.
some noise. You know, as a grown up, and just looking at this unbiased, this speaks to the toxicity of the bomb because it's really sad to see a friendship, even if it does have some issues, you know. But friends are friends. They go out to dinner together. If one of them gets a flat tire, the other one's there to help. They comfort each other.
Word. The first
Um,
thing he did was break them up
and and that
to
and
make
that
them fight.
speaks, and he's enjoying watching them break up for YouTube views and for his own
Yeah.
for his own
Yeah, you
and
hit it
for his
right on
own
the
simple
nail, OG.
satisfaction. And that speaks. You know what? I
He's
talk to a
happy
lot of.
about it.
I do my little jokes and shit and my thing on here, whatever the fuck I do. But behind the scenes, when I'm talking to people, I'm talking people down. I'm talking to people like logically, no, I wouldn't do that. Just back up off the situation, let it play itself out. It can cause other harm to you. That's how I'm talking to people. But you don't see that part of me. But when I talk to people, I tell them it's sad to see friends, true friends, at each other's throat, getting ready to fight, maybe kill each other, and he's stirring the shit on.
Over a
He,
homeless man.
he's stirring the shit on,
Yeah,
and it.
I don't know if you caught what I said, OG, last
What'd you
night.
say?
I said like if y'all two couldn't get it together, what's the problem with just walking away from one another? You know, if y'all can't like if
I'm.
y'all because y'all live in the same city, if y'all ain't really to get it out and banging with one another, man, what's the point of just walking away? It's just you two, just hey,
It's the
you do
smart.
your thing
It's
and
the
y'all
wise thing to do. It's
right.
the wise thing to do. You get there's, and but you know
Because the
what?
bum is a piece of shit. That's why. He's a piece of shit, man. And
Yeah.
No, I
what he's
get
doing
that,
is
Mike.
causing confusion
I
in the
get that,
lives.
but is it
Yeah.
worth going to jail over? Because now we
Uh,
talking
Okay, but
about well,
hold
if
on.
she
But
comes
hold on.
over
But hold on.
here, I'm gonna
I
shoot
know.
you. I'm gonna come over there and whoop your ass. And it's like, is it really worth it?
Well, you know what? That might be for the best for the children's sake. Because she's abusing her 13-year-old daughter by leaving her in the house. So maybe Cat should take her out.
Listen, I
Well,
know that this
yeah.
is a bad look for me and Tiffany,
Uh,
but hold on, let me speak
uh,
on this though. I know this is a bad look for me and Tiffany, but she did this the day she did not stand.
Tiffany
Listen,
did it to herself, Cat. It
She let
wasn't you,
LA
Cat. It
call me a
wasn't you.
fucking child molester.
yeah, but how many
She
people
let
Yeah,
have
LA
Cat.
let
say
that
I
bomb is
molested
called a
her
Cat,
child
let's
son.
be
molester
for
though? How
real,
many?
Cat.
He's called everybody once.
She's been your friend for all these years, and all of a sudden
But
she's
it's
a
not
child
just that
molester.
though. She let LA say I
Yeah,
molested her son.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cook
And
it
the
for you,
word,
gangster.
Listen, she chose a bum over her children and her friends.
Yep, that's true.
That's what happened. Left a
Yep.
13-year-old girl alone in the house and drove thousands of miles away to see a goddamn homeless bum that lived with his mother.
and
Then
and
flipped
the
on her friend.
and the true
Tiffany
motivation
smoked, man.
is
Tiffany smoked.
No, no, no,
and
no,
the true
Joe. I'm
motivation.
not being
Hold on,
towards
And
hold
the
on,
white
hold on, hold on,
folks.
bro.
Go ahead.
Wait. She sent her son to the dude that molested him.
Yeah, you said that a long time
How the
ago,
mother
Mike.
does that?
Jamila said
Huh?
it when you and Jamila was on the show one day. Y'all said that shit about Tiffany
I forgot, man.
getting her
I
kid.
totally
Yeah,
forgot.
I
But
remember
now,
that show, Mike. I
I'm
remember
paying
that show.
attention now. Now I remember. And I'm not gonna
Yeah,
forget it this time.
but
I
hey,
didn't
hey,
give a fuck.
Joe, I'm not being non-violent towards white folks. This goes for any people, especially my people. If y'all in the same city and y'all ain't trying to link up and do any damn thing, what's the point of keep giving fuel to other people so they can sit there and basically make money off you?
troll pressure. It's all about troll pressure. Usually it comes down to
Right.
troll pressure because you want to be seen in the right light in front of
Because
all the
though, hey, OG, damn well the bomb is enjoying every little minute of this shit.
him and many others.
Yep, Kevin Leroy, all of them, they enjoying this shit.
Um,
Yeah, and
th-
Tip Tap can't stop thinking about Jamila for 6 years. You've been stalking him for 6 goddamn years. You fucking a nigga off YouTube to get her attention. You leaving your kids alone to get Jamila mad. This shit's crazy.
Jamila,
And you
what?
know what? I wanted to come back and say that I really, really feel bad for what is happening with Tiffany's kids.
I know
I
you
did
is,
know
Young
about
KO.
this.
I
I
feel
knew
bad for the
about this,
kids too.
Mike. Yeah.
I feel bad too, man.
And
I'm saying,
we
Cat, you
were,
better head nigga out, man. Yo, Cat,
Well,
do the right thing,
anytime
man.
kids involved, anybody should feel bad.
and you know what? I was trying to tell people Tiffany beats her kids.
Man,
I'm
See,
talking
Damn.
about violent towards her own kids. And yeah, I
She seems
did
like it.
know about that. And you know what? And here's the thing about it. It's very difficult to make the decision to get people places. It can be worse for the kids to be put into some kind of foster situation.
Yeah.
And
Well, her
it's
son is
really
getting fucked
difficult.
by his own dad. Listen, her son got molested by his dad. She thought it would be a good idea to send him to live with that man by himself. Um,
Mm,
that's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
Jesus
that I remember
Christ,
that.
man.
I remember that.
I feel
And
so bad for that boy, man. I feel
That's
you know what?
bad,
poisonous,
man.
I do too,
poisonous.
and that's why I still pray for her oldest son, because do you know, Mike, that Tyrese's name was supposed to have been Jalen. So, but I ended up naming Tyrese something else because my uncle said that it was a gay name. He didn't want me to name my son that. So I
It is
actually
gay.
feel
It
bad
is.
because
You're
that
right.
little boy was mad at me because he felt like I didn't help him and or whatever. I don't know, like,
Hey,
but I'm
Jamila,
praying for
did
him
you see
because
these
it's
things
her
out of
fault that
her?
her son is fucked up like that.
Hey, Jamila, did you see these
Yeah.
things out of her when y'all was together? Because you know how you get together with
Yeah,
somebody you never
yes,
seen that.
I did. Yeah, I did. When we went to go visit, because we could barely hear. I was trying to tell y'all that I took I spent like a lot of money for Jacob's birthday, his 1 year birthday. We had like streamers and stuff all hung up in her house. This crazy, this crazy lady just walked around the house screaming at everybody all day long,
You talking about Tiffany?
all day. Yeah, she was
Oh
really
wow.
psycho. Like it was terrible. And he was only 1 years old, and Jacob was just I was just like, take me home. You know what I'm saying? Because it was really a very depressing environment. And
Well, I know that
One
have to
time
scare
I
the shit out of you if you know that she's beating her own kids. You can imagine how she would treat somebody else's kids if she do that to her own kids.
Yeah, that's why and see Tyrese had went to visit Tiffany. All of a sudden she wanted Tyrese to come visit her because she wanted Tyrese to watch after her daughter so that her brothers wouldn't attack her because she didn't like staying home with them because they were mistreating her. And when Tyrese went there, her son started attacking Tyrese, so he had to come home early.
Mm.
So she definitely got some issues. But see, Mike, what I was going to tell you is that Tiffany has been messed up for years. I got myself involved with her because I was trying to help her too for years. She was very young. She was drinking, doing other things at a young age.
Yeah, now she's doing
And
it
I
good.
knew she was trouble. And
Yeah.
she used to try to sleep with me when she was a teenager, like when she was really young. And I was like, no, because I already knew she was an after
Where the
school
fuck is her
special
parents
project.
at? So what happened to her parents? Why do her parents allow her out at such a young age?
She ran away from home because her mother was smoking meth.
You know, I was getting ready to say that,
And
Jamila. She probably was the runaway.
she was a
Yeah.
runaway, yeah. And she went to go live with none of Aaron's family that had lights and water would let her live with them. So she
Damn.
lived with his uncle, whose house was actually it didn't have no running water or anything.
And they all
So
fucked her.
I actually allow her to come to my apartment because I had just gotten my apartment. I allow her to come to my apartment to take a shower. And she just, because she was living in an abandoned house and hadn't took a bath in a while. So I tried to help her and I started
Let
to
me get you a
regret
drink.
that shit because of stuff she was doing to me.
Man, Jamila, man, you need to stop fucking around, man, and write you a book, man. I'm dead ass. Like, no cap, man. No, I'm dead ass, really. I mean, because it seems like you got like almost like a decade full of a story, man, that a lot of people could probably relate to.
Yeah,
Did I?
so
Yeah, you
her
know what?
parents
I
wanted
kind
to
of
fuck
do
her
that on
down.
my channel, but I like me and Tiffany would see each other off and on. She was in a girl's home too.
You need what?
And I know that they did
Oh,
have her
that's right there.
medicated back then.
And she probably got touched in that girl's school too, right? By her
Hey,
parents or the girls' school somewhere.
um,
She clearly
She,
had
oh,
I'm
time
at my
issues.
12
well,
o'clock.
okay, I can tell you why she's so
Okay,
messed up.
you good.
Her
Did you eat
mother,
something?
now this is what she told me. I don't want to
Okay,
say that
all
this
right.
is exactly what happened, but her story is that her mother would let men have sex with her for drugs. That's what she said. So, and she probably has needed help for years. I mean, I know that I wasn't, look, I have my own children to look out for, so I wasn't, after we almost died in a car accident because she was drunk and fucked up, I decided that her friendship wasn't worth it a long time ago. And I
Yeah, it
hadn't seen
really.
her since 2014.
I totally agree. She's a nasty person. She's
And she knows that.
yeah,
Hey, and Mike, after I almost died that night, and after I could see that how fucked up she was the last time I visited Kansas City,
yeah,
I have not tried to contact Tiffany, and that is the God to honest truth. I
Mm.
put that on my children because when I was getting ready to move out of Kansas, she was lying on me saying that I loosened the lug nuts on her car. I was an hour away in Kansas with my kids. So I wanted to get even further away from her. So I just said, fuck it. And I just started, when I moved and sold all my stuff, and I said, I'm moving to Georgia. And I made plans to move because I didn't want to be anywhere. It was other stuff, with my family back in Kansas City. But she's one of the type of people that you move away from because I'm not gonna risk my own life trying to help her. But I did want to help her kids, but that's not gonna,
So
she's
she's She called me
It's
one
not
day.
my responsibility. When that little boy called the police on her, the police should have handled that.
She called me one day and asked me if her son could come stay with me for a few days until she could figure out somewhere for him to go. Because she did not want him in her house because he was disrespectful to her and she could not control him. But she knew that he would behave himself at my house. So I told her yes, he could come stay with me for a couple of days. So she brought him to my house, and when he went off to go play video games with my son, she said, girl, you're going to have to watch him because he steals. I said, I'm going to tell you now. I said, your son ain't going to steal from me. But she would not even let her own son in
Wow.
her house.
Shit, man, this shit's getting deep, man.
No, it's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Jeez,
You got
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's up?
it's
what's going on, Sexy?
a legacy of dysfunction. You see that?
Mike, can you get that desperate lonely bullfrog witch account off of there? Why you got that on there? Take that off of there, please.
No,
Gotta
no,
turn it
Miller, he
on.
was blocking
Where?
it and actually got clicked on there because
Mm,
that count is blocked.
listen, it's not my job
You,
to.
you, you blocked that account?
Yeah, you blocked it already,
It's.
Mike.
I'm
It just you
sorry, but
actually
it's
hit the
not
thing on
my.
it.
No, I don't care about the account. I just what the person said. Listen, it is honestly not my responsibility to look out for Tiffany. I have to live
It
my
ain't
own
nobody's
life.
responsibility. She
Yeah,
is a low-life trash bag bitch. She is a low-life trash
yeah.
bag bitch. And
She's
all
your
anybody
best
has
friend
ever
for
tried to
20
do was
years.
help her.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty crazy,
Grizzly, I
man.
tried to help her.
So did I,
Everything I
Cat.
did, I
How do you
tried to
think I
help
felt?
her.
How do you
She's
think
your
I
best
felt
friend of 20
after all
years.
I
these
know,
years
Sonny,
for
I
her to
know.
do this to
I
me?
know.
Hold on. That don't make sense to me. And I'm just gonna keep it real with you, Cat. This has been your friend, your associate for 20 years, your confidant, your friend. A month ago, you guys were cool. You meet the bum. Everything happens. We've all witnessed it. Now she's a scumbag, low down, nothing ass bitch.
Okay, time out, time out, time out.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
explain. Let me
Beasley. You know
explain.
Beforehand, it
what?
was
Can I
smooth.
say something before I go? Because, Mikey, I'm going to go real quick. This is the first time that I've ever heard Kat being honest about something. Like, for real. She is
Listen,
telling the whole
Real talk.
fucking truth.
Tiffany and I have
Well,
had
I think at this
problems
point,
over the
Cat
past
doesn't have
couple
nothing
of
to lose
years.
now.
Over the past couple of
So she
years,
just
me
letting
and
it
Tiffany
fly.
been having some issues. Okay, since
Okay.
2018, me and Tiffany been having some issues.
I
But
got I got
I still swept it under the rug. I still tried to stick by her side. I still tried to be cool with her. She got mad at me over Justin because Justin called her ass out.
that psychotic piece of shit is and he's somewhere creeping around.
Justin
He
called Tiffany
Right
out in
now.
2018. Justin called
Yeah,
Tiffany
that's
out, and that
wild,
pissed her
man.
off.
Justin
It pissed her
Justin
off. But he
Justin
was telling the truth, though. But he was telling the truth.
I think Justin flew over my house in a helicopter last
Yeah, and
night.
another thing is that Tiffany is very
OG
highly
crazy.
manipulative. She does stuff, and then she'll come to you and she'll apologize, and it was really a dysfunctional friendship with
And she
her,
does. And
and
when she
I don't want nothing to
apologizes,
do
and
with her.
when she apologizes, she blames it on alcohol.
Yeah, she does, but I'm pretty sure that her and Kat will probably end up being friends again, which I don't have no problem with. But I'm just saying that I'm done with it because I went through it for 20 years and I don't have no hope for any kind of friendship with her, and I don't want one. And I want to make
I
that
don't owe
totally
that
clear.
bitch nothing.
Yeah.
I owe that bitch nothing. I have never, ever, ever asked her for shit. I have never asked her for a goddamn thing. I
She
have
don't
been
have
over
shit to
backwards for
give.
her.
Well,
Tiffany, why? I
Yeah,
mean, I
we seen
understand
how
that. I
Tiffany lives,
understand that
man.
Lamar is a fucking homeless bum, but she don't have much from
Hey,
what I've
Jamel,
seen.
did you see that video when she was what she went live with Mike and showed her apartment? She had no ceiling.
Yeah,
Well, it's a
it
loft.
looked like
that's her
she's staying
daughter.
down in those
Lives
Kansas
there.
City lofts.
Oh,
It is.
Mm.
It's a
Yeah.
loft. It's an urban loft.
So
She
we
lives there.
seen how
She
she
works there.
lives.
That's
She don't live no
crazy.
better than the bums.
I interviewed down there like 15 years ago. It brings back memories.
The
Uh,
Kansas City Lofts.
do you ever
yeah.
And she
Yeah,
asked
hey,
him,
Young Kato,
listen,
no cap.
wait, hold on, hold
I
on.
don't know if Mike still has the video, but yeah, she went live with Mike and showed how she was living.
And she also asked for Jamila's son to come stay with her.
Yep, she should on that same Shaw D.
Yeah. She asked for Tyrese to come stay with her. Now her
Yeah,
son
and
is
she
totally
was on there for
unexplained.
like 8 hours.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
on there for a while.
8 hours. Talking about you the whole time. And asking
And
you
I
to
felt,
send
I
her
was
picture.
watching. I remember
Hello.
Yo, but hey, I'll be in the chat, y'all, man. Y'all be easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, her son is locked up
Listen,
for
I have done
trespassing.
nothing but
stop.
try to
I
help
want her to
Tiffany.
stop going from platform to platform, paying people to talk shit about me. I want her to move on with her life, but she needs to go ahead and let them kids go stay somewhere
Listen,
else.
you got the lady sprung. I don't know what you did to her, but
That's
Tiffany
really
got
what you did.
sprung.
That's what I was going to get to. Now, when you use,
Tiffany got sprung by
You know
Millz.
what, Mikey, you think
you, you,
that?
I know that.
That bitch sprung.
I'm older than
Mm-mm.
all y'all. I know that. You
You
done hit
know
her.
what she sprung on? You know what Tiffany's really sprung on? She sprung on the fact that I was a good friend to her. If
Man,
she sprung on anything,
she sprung on them
because I
multiple
never did
orgasms.
anything to her.
She
When
sprung on
she
them
slept
multiple
with
orgasms.
Aaron,
Hey,
I forgave her. Kat, I don't know if you knew this, but I was never mad at her about sleeping with Aaron, ever. Because me and him had already been broke up for like 8 years. So
8 years ain't
I've
Damn.
no
I never
actually
long
thought
been
you
through
time.
a
was.
lot
I
with
never
her,
thought
you
you was
know.
ever mad at her for sleeping with Aaron. I never thought you were mad at her for sleeping with Aaron.
Yeah, I never was. In fact, I went over there
Hold on,
and took
wasn't it
Tyrese
her?
to go
Wasn't
visit
it her
them.
last night? Wasn't it her last night that it said a hoe's gonna be a hoe and a man's gonna be a man?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good
But
common sense.
I'm just like tired of her going after my niggas. She wanna fuck. She wants everybody that she thinks that I want. I hope that she's grown out of that shit.
Let me tell you something. I have never been with a dude that any of my friends have ever been with, ever in my life.
Me
But she
neither.
claims you
Me
have. She
neither.
claims you
You
have,
got, you
Tiffany.
got two. You got
I
what?
mean, Kat. Kat. She claims that you can't be trusted with your girlfriend's men because you're fucking.
Oh
That is a
man.
whole ass lie. That is her.
Yeah, it is her. We know for a fact it's her because she fucked this lady's baby daddy, knowing that he's a
Everything
fuck.
that she's trying to do to make me look like the hoe is
It's
all her own
protection.
stories just with my name.
Listen, she's the one that fucked the bomb, not you.
All of y'all would have been better off with pimping bugs. Then we wouldn't have all these problems. Pimping bugs would have had order in his house, and
Oh,
everybody be living
oh,
on the hill
Mike,
with the
Mike,
Lisa
you don't
Grill.
know how deep the rabbit hole goes, though.
Tell us about pimping
When
bugs,
Don't
she
Mike.
when
know.
she
Well,
started
tell us.
fucking Frankie, when Tiffany started fucking Frankie,
Hold on, she fucked Frankie
um,
and
sh-
Aaron.
Is
yes, she
Is
did. He was
Is
cheating
Frankie a
on
boy
me
or
with
girl?
her.
Is
But
Frankie a
Wait,
no,
boy or
she took it
she fucked
further.
both your baby daddies.
Yes, but let me finish. Let me finish.
Damn.
I want to tell you about the dirty fucking manipulative games that she played. She, while Frankie was over there fucking her, she convinced him that I was fucking somebody. I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm laying there about to go in labor, and this dude is screwing her, and he comes home arguing with me, telling me that I just got done cheating on him. And I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat. I've never slept around ever. I've
Oh,
only been with Aaron. That's the only dude in Aaron's family that I've ever been with. I thought she was disgusting for doing that. And when I found out about Ronnie, I was done. I
I
was
believe
done.
you.
She actually, Kat, I don't know if she admitted this to you, but she actually admitted to me that she had sex with Ronnie when he was 15.
Pimping
Now, I don't know
bugs. What's
about
up,
that. I know
Cap?
18. All I know is 18.
I
But let me
believe
tell
you,
you this though.
Jamila. You were
Let
She
me tell
loyal.
told
you this
me it was
though.
when he was 15.
You were loyal to Mike while you guys were together, and you were loyal to De Niro Ridge before that. That's true.
Beasley, I've never met De Niro
Beasley, come
Ridge.
Hold
on.
on. Don't you
Let
dare
me
talk
tell you
about.
this.
Don't talk about your daddy like your ex daddy.
Let
What?
me tell you this
Don't
though.
talk about your ex daddy.
Yeah. Let's stay focused on the topic.
Sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, if she
Did you
fucked,
ever give
listen,
Tiffany
if she
multiple
fucked that dude at
orgasms?
18,
Jamila, you gave
if she
Tiffany
fucked
multiple
that,
orgasms. That's why she's so turned out on you. She can't let go.
yeah, she definitely
You
turned out. But if she fucked him at 18, she already had a fucking relationship with him, and she just told you that she fucked him at 18. Cat, I believe she been fucking that dude.
I don't know.
What? Way too 18.
All I know is 18. However, let me tell you this though, Tiffany. Oh my God! Listen, just a couple of weeks ago, we were out in Kansas, and I'm not gonna say
Oh
his
yeah,
name,
because he's
but
talking
Shawnee,
about
I'll
Lil
message
Red.
it to.
I think BZ think about Lil Red. But we talking about Tiffany right
I'm
now.
sorry, my bad. Excuse me. Let me go on mute, man. Shit,
Yeah,
running my fucking
yeah.
mouth, man. But the
You
Nero
can talk about him
Reds,
on your channel.
yeah, my bad, my bad.
Talk about him on your channel. If you want to talk
Okay,
about him, talk on
I,
about him on your
I'm
channel.
I'm I'm coming back.
Yeah.
All I have ever tried to do
What
was
the
be there
fuck
for
wrong with you?
Tiffany. I told her that I would never
But
go
I
judge
flipped
her,
my
and I did
phone
not.
to the
I
side
never
and it
judged
knocked
her.
me out. Um, you know that
Yeah.
I met Brandon when Tiffany was 14 years old and Brandon was like 19, right? So they moved in together when Tiffany was like 15 or 16. They moved in like 3 or 4 different places because I would go visit her down there. She actually called me one night. I swear to God, she called me one night. She said, please come get me. Brandon's gonna kill me because she began fucking a couple of dudes in the complex. So I go over there and pick her up in the fucking
Wow.
snow, in the fucking ice and snow. I go pick
And
this
he's
bitch
bragging
up.
about eating his big
Okay.
pussy.
Hey, you
Listen,
guys. Hey, I gotta
Is
go. I
pussy
just
bomb?
got to my daughter's house. I just got to my daughter's house, and we're getting ready to
Okay.
put together the baby's room. So I got stuff going on this morning. But if you go live later, Mike, I'll be there.
All right, cool. Thanks. Yeah. So the bum is bragging about eating this bitch pussy. I'm hearing a lot of fucked up stories, gang bangs, orgies, fucking kids, leaving kids alone to go fuck bums, and he's bragging about this goddamn hole, man. This is ridiculous, bro. This is real life shit, bum. You don't want to admit it because you're a simp. You ain't looking good out here. You're looking real pathetic as a man. If I was you, and I know he feeling embarrassed, but he gonna cover it over, like he always do. Like he covers over the fact that he lived with his mom. You know that's embarrassing too. You know, and now you embarrassed more. You taking another L for bragging about fucking a bitch that don't fuck multiple niggas, kids, men, women, children, everything. Just fuck 3 dudes before you, and you ate a pussy. You know what I'm saying? This is an L, man.
you know what? You know what do you know what the word that I use to describe the amount of sexual partners that Tiffany has? Unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's that many. Like she will have sex with multiple dudes
Yeah,
in one
that's
day.
obvious. That's obvious. She
Yeah,
talked to
in
the
one
bum.
day. Yeah.
She talked to the bum for a couple of months, and within 12 hours, she was sucking the bum's dick. So obviously she's a hoe. She ain't care that he's homeless, that he don't take care of his kids. This nigga ain't got no car. He can't buy her a drink. He's shopping at the gas
Man,
station,
really.
and she's sucking his dick.
Hey, I just want to say that I am fucking shocked, Mike. I want to say this. I am shocked that Kat is being so honest. Kat is being 100% honest about what she's saying
Me
about
too.
Tiffany.
I'm trying to tell them. I'm trying to tell you
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Listen, I told them for years. Listen, hold on. I told everyone for years Cat was a pathological liar. Now, as soon as she started telling the truth, I'm saying, yo, she ain't lying. They don't believe me now either.
Yeah, it's
She
hard. You
ain't
can't
got
you,
shit to lose now, man.
you can't win everybody over.
They
Yeah.
believe you, Mike, because I've been
These people is
exposing
fucking
Tiffany for years.
But we never really Mike knew who Tiffany was.
yeah, and they didn't listen. But now they gonna listen now.
The rest of us didn't really know that much
Now they
about
gonna listen.
Tiffany. We didn't know that much. We just knew the basics that you and her shared a baby daddy
So I'm a,
and a relationship. But so Jamila, would
no,
you?
we don't share anything. Wait, Beasley. No.
All right, I didn't mean to.
Now, what I will tell you is that I am going to tell my son what I found out about how Tiffany is treating him because Tyrese actually wants to get a job so that he can help his sister because he knows y'all could have asked my kids about this. That's why Tiffany hates my kids because
Uh-uh.
we
What's up,
were
everybody?
all
Good morning.
witnesses to the way that she was treating her children.
Sinister stalk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So I wanted
that
to
older
ask
one, she
Jamila a
hated him
question.
because he looked too white.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
wanted to ask you a question, Jamila.
what?
So everything you've said about Tiffany is 100%, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I feel like a lot of people ain't calling it out, but according to the bum, me, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, supposedly somehow, even though all this shit is fucked up about this woman, somehow we're all jealous. Is that right? Is that what, like, how is he able to say something like that when he's fucking women like that? All that shit about her,
See,
yet he's bragging about eating her pussy.
It's crazy.
right,
It's
that's
crazy.
what I've been talking about for like the past 2 weeks. Like, why is it that we gotta be jealous just because he hooked up with this bitch?
That's a common deflection that these idiots use. Cupcake uses the same thing. We're
Yeah.
jealous of a single apartment, of a fucked up ass old American car, and and a lead tooth in your mouth. You know,
And
he's a
I
lead.
still feel that, Mike, don't you still feel that Tiffany is just stalking me?
Yes.
She definitely did this all because of you, and the rabbit hole just got little deeper now. Because her obsession with YouTube and you led her to fuck a goddamn bum and leave her daughter alone, a 13-year-old child alone. But she says she don't care about YouTube. But you cared
Yeah.
about YouTube enough to leave your 13-year-old daughter alone and drive hundreds of miles to fuck a homeless, toothless bum that lives with his mother.
So what would you say
Yeah,
her?
but you
She
know
has this
what?
little
That's what I was gonna say about Kat being honest about Mike. She really does like bums.
yeah,
She don't like niggas that are doing anything. She's bored with men. She don't like to be taken out to eat dinner. She
You know
don't
what?
like that.
I
She
You
gets
think
know.
that she,
bored with it.
hold on.
You know what? You
I
know why
think
that
that she
is?
likes child molesters. I
A,
think she's into child molesters.
a guy with
I
this shit.
agree, Mike.
A guy with his shit together has the footing to hold a woman accountable for the shit she does.
Exactly.
Right?
Maybe,
A dude.
yeah,
Hold
maybe
on. Hold
Kat
on. No.
just doesn't know.
A guy. A
But
guy.
Aaron's nephew, Mikey, Aaron's nephew, she did let me know that she started having sex with him when he was 15.
Hmm, that's something.
Wow. And I
Well, you know
believe that.
what? That's
I
that's
believe that.
Yeah.
that
She
molestation.
ain't just all of a sudden fuck a kid after he turned 18. Bitch, you been on that nigga dick already.
This type
And you
of
ain't had
groom.
to tell Cat when it was legal.
This type of grooming is not. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Most of the
Yo,
people
but
that
easy.
most of the
I've
people
been
that
saying for years,
And
niggas got
Mike,
that
you
most of
shit.
the
know
people that do
that,
this shit had this shit done to them. It's a gift that keeps
Look,
on giving.
yes,
It's
yes, yes.
cyclical shit. They feel like it's
Exactly.
okay, and it happened to them that they'll do it for someone else. That happens all the time. Jamila, let
Yes.
me ask you real quick. What would you say Tiffany's body count was? Would you say that it's more than 500? More than 600?
you
Higher?
know what? Okay, so
Seven
of the
hundred
times that
thousand?
I've seen her,
Mm-hmm.
of the times that I've actually witnessed her,
Uh-huh.
if I were to calculate it, because again, there would be times when me and Tiffany was not talking. She would be off somewhere. She was with Brandon. She was with a different dude.
Just a fact.
But I
Just a
would
fact.
say that it would be
Thousand?
probably, I would say closer to 1,000 if I
A
were to calculate
thousand?
it according to Tiffany's age.
1,000 different men?
Yeah,
How many?
A
How many?
thousand?
How how many?
it could easily be 1,000 different men. You got to
Thousand?
think
Damn.
about it. She's in her late 30s. She's been fucking
True,
since she was
true,
14. When you think about
true.
the fact that she also has gangbangs,
Damn.
More than 1,000. Then
and
that's
it
just
no, I would say
Gangbang?
about 1,000. But
how do you?
I haven't been keeping count. I just want her to
Right,
stay away from the niggas that I fuck with.
right. Well, that's why you moved away.
Shit.
You did the right thing. So 1,000.
Yeah,
It
I,
might
de-
be more than 1,000.
I definitely
yes.
did the right thing when I quit fucking with her.
I know Pimpin' Bugs had her feet sharp as deer hooves. She had her busy. Pimpin' Bugs in the
She
house.
paid him to have sex with an overweight prostitute. She
They
paid him
what?
for a threesome with this really thick. She was like a really thick, light skin kind of. She was like black and mixed or something. She paid this guy money to
Did she
sleep
pay him
with
for a
him and
threesome?
this prostitute.
Oh damn. Good
Are you
guy.
kidding me?
You know, I was gonna go up on Lamar's panel last night. I didn't think he was
She
gonna allow
paid to
me
sleep
up.
with a prostitute?
She Yeah, she went because okay, so this is what she said happened. She said they picked her up. Dude took her to the ATM. She took all of her money out of the ATM. They went to a hotel and they probably were doing drugs too. She probably left that out. I think she said that she popped a ecstasy or something.
Of course.
And they had a threesome and all
Yeah,
on
she was high.
Tiffany's dime. And she used to do that a lot with Aaron's family. She would buy all the liquor. She spends a lot of money on liquor. She will buy everything. Yeah, it's really terrible. I said, well, why don't you? I would try to encourage her and see Nikki is sick. This Nikki person that she's talking about,
We
she
heard
don't
her
have no
last week.
credibility. She
Yeah,
was
she
okay
don't.
with Tiffany sleeping with her son. And Tiffany's a big whore. I wouldn't want my son
What?
sleeping with her. She was okay with it. She continued to be friends with Tiffany. And
Y'all should,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest with you. I know how to peep shit. I believe that Tiffany slept with
Shit. Just when you got to the good part, we didn't hear you.
because when I would go and visit, there would be these it would be a bunch of kids hanging out, like teenagers that were around her son's age, and you could just tell that something, like it just the vibe was very weird.
What do you think? It would be like, hey, come here, Johnny. You want some cookies and some milk? Come on inside. And she'd like pick them off
Tiffany
one by
likes
one.
any okay, let me just tell you, she don't discriminate. When she was 14 years old, she was sleeping with a woman that was in her 50s and her husband. They were both in their 50s.
Stop. That ain't
Neither
nice.
one of them had taken a bath in months.
You,
Barbara would go outside and shit in a pot. There was no running water. The toilet didn't work. Barbara would go out and shit in a pot in the back. She would dump the shit, clean it with bleach, cook in it. Tiffany
no,
was
you come
living with
on.
these people and fucking them.
Oh,
I'm not joking. The
come
house
on,
was at
Jamila. You
why do
sound
you
like Kevin
think that
Smith.
why do you think I'm so pissed off? Why
You
you think
sound,
I told her I should have left your ass in the gutter where I fucking found you?
you live
Damn.
ocean. Hold on. Put that shit on Cali Ma.
Man, I
Put
put
that
this
shit on
on
Cali
man,
Ma.
I put this on everything, man. This is the fucking true
Put it
story. I
on
put this on
Cali
my
Ma.
children.
Put it on
And y'all
Cali
know I
Ma.
love my I
Yeah, so
put this on Kali
wait, wait,
Ma.
wait, wait. Okay,
This
look.
is a true fucking story.
Put it on
So
Cali Ma. Then we
yeah,
I
yeah,
believe it.
put
I
it
put
on
it on.
Kali Ma. I put
So
it on
she
everybody. I don't have no reason to lie. May God strike me fucking down.
hold on. I got a fucking question. So she was eating out of a pot that they was shitting in. You said
Oh God.
Yeah, and Tiffany was living there because everybody knew you don't go over there and eat there.
They wash it out with bleach.
they
Fuck.
they shit
She
in the
would
pot
wash the pot,
and then
and
eat out
so
of
they
it.
was real poor. There was a lot of weeds in the backyard and like leaves and stuff, and Barbara would go back there and pick
There's
greens
no
in the
way
back.
anybody could make all these details up. You're not going to make it so
Yeah,
complicated. I believe it.
yeah, no, I'm not making this up at all. And I asked her, I said, do you want to come to my house to take a shower? She was like, oh my God, can I please? When I met Tiffany, that was the state that she was in.
Damn.
And I was like, why are you sleeping with these people? They was sitting up there looking like, and they had Tiffany sitting in between them. Then one day I went over there, and I swear to God, man, I swear to God, this was when I was about 17, 18 years old. No, I was 18 because I had just got my license. Sometimes I would catch the bus over there to Aaron's family's house. I
Yeah.
walked in the house. I walked in Deborah's house because Deborah's house is where she got gang banged. She always would do gang bangs with Aaron and his cousins,
Bukaki. Bukaki.
which were Deborah's kids. I walked in and Aaron was on one side of Tiffany, on the other side, and Marcus was in there too, and they all three had their fingers in her pussy. And I was like,
Damn.
ain't this a
Did they fuck?
bitch?
Hold up. What? What happened? Both of them was doing what?
I walked in on Aaron with his fingers in her pussy one time, Mike. We were real young.
Damn.
Damn.
And of course I got
Wow.
upset, and he was like, man, he was like, you don't want in on this. I was like, I'm going home.
Did they
I'm
hold her
going
like a
home.
did they hold her like a bowling ball?
She was sitting on the couch with her legs. One leg was on Aaron, the other one was on Ivory, and they were gang banging her back then.
But did they hold her like a bowling ball? You know how you hold a bowling ball? You got a thumb in one hole.
No,
You got
Beasley, shut up. They were sitting on the couch. Tiffany Tiffany had her legs open. She was butt naked.
But this story is weird as hell because Aaron was your man, and you still
Yeah,
have
why
him
you
gang
think?
banging somebody,
Yeah, of course, we
and you
broke
didn't
up
care.
after that.
Oh,
Yeah, we were having problems because of that. Because Aaron always had a soft spot for her, and it was and I was. But here's the thing: Aaron was only upset about her sleeping with Ronnie after they had the baby. Because I think he felt like she would show him more respect if she had his baby. No, she
but
didn't.
he was gang banging
And
her. How can he want respect if he gang banging her?
that's one of the questions that I would ask Aaron, and he had no explanation. He was a Gemini, and I just figured that he just was open minded because Aaron has been knowing about her getting gang banged for years. He was gang banging them with her.
I mean, I got a question. Is Tiffany the only white woman in that neighborhood? Why is everybody so thirsty for this bitch? I mean, she's not pretty. Why is
Well,
everybody so
actually,
thirsty?
Mike, okay, she wasn't the only one, obviously, but she was around a lot. And see, years later, when Tiffany got older and she had the baby with Aaron, she was working in an apartment and they just used her. If you had a dumb white bitch that was willing to give you all of her fucking money, I wouldn't be willing to use a person, but it's a lot of niggas that would. So when they were together, their relationship, it wasn't a real relationship. She
But
was
hold
just
on.
taking care of his
Why the
family.
fuck was Aaron so cool with just getting caught with his finger in her pussy? Like he didn't give a fuck.
you said what you say?
Well, you know what? He didn't, because me and him did get into it that day because I walked out of the house.
That is crazy. That nigga ain't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, yeah, that happened to me. I was about 17, I was about 18 years old. He was 17, I was 18.
With the bum
So
thing. Give me out my
yeah, and
finger.
so how did me and her become
Okay,
friends?
so basically y'all was kids, basically.
Yeah, we were kids. We were.
Okay, now I get it. I get it.
Um,
I get it.
okay, how did me and Tiffany become friends? Y'all probably wondering that.
Yes.
Because Tiffany is very manipulative. She came to me as if they were taking advantage of her. She always likes to holler rape, but they weren't raping her. I actually was there. Tiffany may not remember because she was so high out of her mind, but I was there the day that she got gang banged down at Deborah's house. She tried to years later, after I exposed her on YouTube for being a fucking stupid ass whore.
Uh-huh.
She actually tried to flip the story to say that it was my fault. It wasn't my house. You know, that's how I met her.
So
That was the first night I met her.
So you
A week
actually met
later,
her. You met her getting
they had
gang
moved
banged.
her over to the abandoned house that Mickey and Barbara was staying in.
So you met her with your man's family getting gang banged.
Yes, yes,
so when you met her, she had a thumb in her ass, basically.
yes, I did. And you know what? It was so weird because Aaron is a sexual deviant. He is. He's got to be.
Sounds
I
like
was
us.
young, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was a kid. So I met him. I think me and him were together for like 2 years. And of course we broke up, shit. And we were kind of off and on, and I didn't get pregnant. Oh, another thing, I didn't get pregnant with Tyrese until years later. You know that Tiffany robbed me once, Mike? I ain't told you half of the shit.
She robbed you.
Yes, she did. Her and her man robbed me. This was I was living in a shut up, Mike.
Wow.
So evidently, I don't know if they was trying to get beer money because in Kansas City, niggas is so broke they gotta rob motherfuckers for weed and beer money.
They killed
Damn.
Mac Dre.
Um, I had just got it was like a 32-inch. You know when the TVs back then, the big ones,
Yeah.
it was a nice one. Okay, because I had an apartment. I was working at the apartment. That's how Tiffany started working at apartments because I taught her that shit.
You were Jamila. Not that you're
Wow.
not beautiful now,
And
but you were finding a motherfucker then. You had
and oh,
getting
I
this
will
person
always be
then.
beautiful. Shut up, Beasley.
No, I'm saying
So listen,
That.
listen. She actually, her and her boyfriend. You know what? I'm trying to. No, it was her and Brandon because the neighbors actually saw. I don't know how exactly they got in the house because she didn't have a key. They must have came in through the. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. This was before I had my first baby, right before I got pregnant. And actually, that was like 2 weeks before I got pregnant. I found out I was pregnant 2 weeks later, and I moved back home because I had gotten robbed. And so I came home one night, and my TV was gone. And I
And
was
she
like,
had
"What
it.
the fuck?" And the neighbors said, "Hey, we saw your friend," and they described who sounded like Brandon.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it's
So you're
other
telling me,
shit.
so you and her have a long history together. You know, her getting her fucking you
Yeah.
in, getting gang banged, robbing you, snorting pills. You have a long history together. It seems like she misses that, taking advantage of. I don't know what she misses
She
motherfucker.
no
something.
no no, Mikey, listen. I want you to understand what's going on here though. She hates me. She always has, and our friendship was never a friendship, Mikey. She's
Obviously.
always been trying to get back at me because of the way that Aaron's family treated her. And she's actually not happy with the fact that Aaron was gangbanging her back then. She was mad at me because I was always spending the night at his people's house. Like his grandmother lived up the street because she owned 4 houses on the block.
Yeah.
I was always welcome. His grandmother, I was always welcome. Always. I spent the night at his mother's house. I used to, you know what I'm saying? So I was with Aaron and I was being treated well, not by him, but by his family. I never got along with his sisters except for Ola. But I never got along with Nikki and a couple of his cousins. But other than that, all of this, like his grandmother, they all love me. She hated me because his grandmother came outside and spit at her and told her to get the fuck off of her porch and that she's a nothing ass whore.
She right. You know
She always has been
what
though,
I be
because
saying
didn't
about
nobody,
Tiffany.
okay, whether or not you young or not, I understand that older people. That's why I've never been into
No, she could
I would
tell she a
never
piece
do
of
that with
shit.
no younger person.
No,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
grandmother could tell that she was a piece of shit, and she was using the fact that she was white to get over on these niggas.
Yeah, and she was concerned about her son because Mickey was her son, and she was afraid. She was afraid for all the boys in the family going to jail for raping her. She was scared that she was going to go and cry rape.
Wow. So she's
But
getting
I can tell you this, Mikey, what I know about Tiffany. Tiffany pretends that she don't get down with girls. She's alive because I remember her having sex with Barbara and Mickey. And Barbara was an old woman. So that bitch is she is not innocent. And see, I know everything about her. I've been knowing her for years.
Okay, okay. For the chat room, if you have a beef with any of my guests, go to RGR. When I'm doing a show with somebody and help me out on my platform,
right.
save your judgments
No,
and get the
I got.
fuck
Go ahead. I got it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
out.
You know what, Mikey? I am going to go if your chat is getting
That
upset because I
goes
don't
for
want people to
No,
start upsetting you.
no.
you fucking
Just one person.
my
Just one
show up.
person. You got fans. You know your family. But well,
I'm
Crystal
just
Clinton.
telling 100% the truth. I have no reason to lie on Tiffany.
You put it on
So
Thotany Mob. We all believe
if
you.
and that bum,
That
here's the
bum.
whole thing though, Mike. That bum he already going crazy because he done fucked this crazy bitch.
He's crazy.
She is, a lot of people felt like he's playing her.
No.
But I'm just like, dude, like you don't realize that this bitch is she is
A
very
Jezebel. A harlot.
You're
It doesn't go
right, and
harder.
she's very manipulative, and she loves
Right.
to pretend to be innocent.
And she said,
That's how she sometimes gets people to sleep with her.
let me ask you this, Jamila. Considering that she said
Yeah,
she slept with at least 1,000 men, and you've been away for 6 years, it
I
might be.
believe that it has
All right,
been
all right, all
because
right. Let me finish the question. The question I'm asking you, don't you think she's like giggling inside when this simp, this bum, saying, that's my girl? Because nobody claims her in Kansas City. They'll be
yeah,
like,
but you know what she'll do? You know what
what?
she's doing to the bomb?
So they're
She's
laughing at
feeding. No,
they're laughing
listen.
at her. Let me ask you one more
She's
let me say one more thing.
what?
One more thing. We're talking about motherhood and fatherhood, and that's a big responsibility. So, did you realize why all this is going on the last couple of days? While the bum is exposing that and is exposing what he thinks is Big Bridget. Shout out to Bridget. I don't think that's her picture, by the way, but I could be wrong.
I don't
Shout
know
out.
anything about
Let
that
me finish.
bomb.
Let me finish. Let me finish. While all this is
Okay.
happening, while he's obsessed with this, staying up all night, probably didn't get any sleep. His son was arrested for a gun out for carrying around. His son Tinkerbell is running around,
Whose son?
the bum's son, his 21
Oh,
year
I'm
old
not
son,
surprised with
his
a
20,
father like that.
yeah, but he's run while Lamar the bum is so concerned about this shit. Okay, his son, who he's supposed to be father to, while he's worried about Tiffany and all this bullshit, consumed with YouTube. His son is getting arrested for guns. Who knows what his son was doing down there? He was out of town with the gun. He got caught. I mean, this ain't good.
He could have
This
got
ain't good.
killed. You know what's crazy, Beasley? The police might have saved his son's life.
We don't know that. We don't know the circumstances. We'll get the police report, and we have a responsibility to
No,
give
no,
it to the
hold on.
people.
Look, listen, if his son went out of town with a gun, he had plans of doing something.
Robbing something. He has a
And he could
baby
have got shot
coming.
doing it.
He might be wanting to get a sex change operation. You don't know.
Yeah,
He
You don't know.
has penis envy with his own son.
that's
Wow,
crazy.
that's getting deep. That's getting deep.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
So
said.
he don't give a fuck about how
He
that
said he
little
wanted.
boy turned out
but you would
because,
think. You
the
would
bum
think.
feels like a loser.
He
You
said he
think
wanted
if
his son to get shot at.
You think if your
Yeah.
children, yeah, but what is his son going through? People probably know that he's an undercover gay, and you
Yeah,
never know what he want to do. And if people, so people aren't that
and he
accommodating
probably
in the
getting
Midwest.
teased.
What's real obvious about that bomb, just based on some of the stuff that he said about his own children live, is that he doesn't give a fuck about his children, especially his black children.
We know
Well,
that.
that's all he has is black children, but
We
because
know
they're
that.
black. Yeah, and it's because their mama is black.
Well, no, they don't get it. They don't get any blacker than the first one, Chola, the one with HIV, the one who's dying of HIV right now.
That's
Just
probably why he's upset with black women because somebody gave him HIV.
well,
But I'm just so glad that I haven't seen Tiffany in 6 years. Um, and that I'm safe and shit because that shit spooked the fuck out of me. The fact that she's meeting up with somebody that may have HIV.
oh my
Exactly.
God. Well, they,
Like you don't care about your fucking life. I want to have more babies.
I mean, this nigga is a goddamn bum who eats out crackheads' pussies. He said it himself. He fucked the bitch while she was flicking the lighter.
Jamila, we
Still
making
Mm,
fucking.
nice looking kids, Jamila, you and I. Just keep it in mind.
mm, mm, mm.
I'm gonna freeze some of my sperm.
I think that what's going on with that bomb is that he's really just jealous of Mike
Or you gonna act like you
because
didn't hear
Mike
me.
is able to have
Yeah,
standards and
true.
he's not. He's trying to compare me and Mike arguing in social media to this bitch actually being a real life dumb whore. She's a crash dummy whore too, Mike. One time her baby daddy Brandon damn near ran us over in the fucking road. One time he damn near ran us off the road. Not ran us over. We were in a car. Her baby daddy tried to run us off of the fucking road one time. This was years ago. So she just brings a bunch of chaos. She went to Taco Bell and went to jail, Mike, like in like 2014
Yeah.
because she was drunk. She got really drunk and went to Taco Bell and they refused to serve her. and she started
I
acting a
wouldn't serve her
fool
either.
outside of Taco Bell.
I wouldn't serve that hoe. The fuck out of here, hoe. Fucking every goddamn body. But the worst part about her is sending her son back to the father that was raping him. That says a lot about her right there.
Yeah, she did do that. I was there to witness that. You know, she told me all about it. And see, she told me years ago that the kids had called CPS and the police on her. And then the next thing I know, I see her in a group trying to get people to call them shits on
Okay.
me.
Now,
And I'm like, I know that's
that's
why she
crazy.
was doing that. And that's why I don't fuck with her because I know she don't give a fuck about my children. And you know, that's sad because I actually care about her kids more than she does. But she don't give a fuck about my kids. And I think that it's because she's jealous of them. She can't stand Deja and Danielle. Why? They've never done anything to her. So anyway, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just want it to be over. I really would like for her to stay off of YouTube because I don't want to keep having to see this shit. But you know, maybe her kids are in need of help. Because
Yeah,
all
well, I
I
mean,
can do
she
is
left
pray
her
for
fucking
her.
daughter. She left her 13-year-old daughter home alone with no phone to go see a goddamn homeless man. I feel
No
sorry for that
wonder
baby
that.
family.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her to have a mother that fucked up, that uncaring.
Mm-mm-mm. Yep, that is fucked up. But she does stuff like that all the time. It wasn't just this weekend, or I'm sorry, not this weekend, but that weekend. She does it
Yeah.
all the time.
And also, Tiffany, I would love to interview you just to ask you how the fuck do you, out of all people, with a son that's in jail for touching an 8-year-old, how do you ask somebody to send you their son when you ain't got your own shit together? Your son's
Oh,
getting
that would never
arrested,
happen.
touching children, and you asking for somebody else's child? Like, where do you get the balls with an
Oh,
issue like
trust me,
yours?
Mike. Trust me, Mike. That ain't happening. And I did ask Tyrese if she tried anything with him when he went to visit her. Because
Yeah,
I was talking about this earlier. She had called me and asked me, this was back when I lived in Kansas. And because Kansas and Missouri is two different places, okay? So we were not living, Tiffany never lived in Kansas where I lived during that time frame. I mean, she's lived in Kansas, but I lived about an hour away from Missouri. She was still back in Missouri.
yeah,
She calls me and it's the summertime and she asks me to if Tyrese can come and watch Eris because this was what 6 years ago. Eris was like 7 or 6.
yeah.
She was real young. And she said, can Tyrese come and watch Eris because I don't want to leave her with my sons, you know, because they fuck with her and she's scared to stay here with them.
Her sons
So
or her daughter?
yeah, well, I mean, she allowed Aaron's
Wow.
because okay, Aaron's family is very dysfunctional and crazy. His cousins actually tortured and abused her son. She let them do that to them because they were acting up. But they were acting up because Tiffany has been abusive. Mike, you don't know the half of it. You know that when Jalen was a little baby, she was living in these apartments across the street from where I used to work at. And she was actually bouncing that little
Yeah.
baby's head off the fucking wall. I've been seeing signs of her being an abusive mother for years. So it's kind of like you want to stay consistent in her life so that you can make sure that she don't do none of them kids. So if those kids turned out
Damn.
fucked up,
And
it's
she fucked
her
with his
fault
goddamn
because
oldest mama.
she allowed a man to come in and beat up her sons. She not just Aaron's cousins,
But look,
but this other
with
nigga.
her
She would
history,
have random
with her
strangers come
history,
home to beat up her sons, Mikey.
damn.
They
That's
were
the
like
Millz.
9 and 10 and 11. Yes. And she told me about this shit. And I've been saying it for years, and it's crazy that Cat has been holding this whole time. Because to be honest with you, I thought